It's Cheap Homesteading here, and I found with my four-wheeler that it didn't give enough light, especially when the blade was on to block the headlights a little bit, and then one bulb burnt out. The bigger issue is that my blade is lifted with my winch. So if I use my winch quite a bit, which you have to when you plow, you gotta lift it up and down, the battery goes down. So when one headlight burnt out, I didn't fix it because that's half the power on the front of it. Year after year I wanted to get some LED lights for the front so they wouldn't use much power and I can actually see. And today is the day. I went and I got LED lights for the front of it. These are from Kubota. They're a pretty good deal, so I was pretty happy with that. I'm going to put them on my four-wheeler. Then I'll actually be able to see and I won't be afraid that I'm going to kill the battery. So let's go do this. The first thing is I wanted to put it somewhere where it's protected, and I don't know. I was going to put it here and then I end up putting chains around this and everything, so I don't think that's a good idea. And then putting it under, I'm going to rip it off, and there's no room between, so I can't put it where the headlights are without removing the headlights. I think I'm going to put my LED lights here. They are pretty hard aluminum and that, and the only people that's going to rip this off is me, really. I'll make sure that it's just inside here, so if I hit a branch or a tree it'll just turn it or whatever. Shouldn't rip it off. So let's go see if we can find some bolts. Okay, now we're gonna dig through here. Okay, so nut. Okay, so I got some hardware put together and we're gonna bolt this down. Okay, these lights come with a little bracket and a place for the bolt to go on and keep them from turning. Well, reasonably from turning anyways. So I'm going to mount that through. These little holes are meant for different attachments Arctic Cat would sell. I could put a bushing, I could do all kinds of things, but I'm just getting two washers and a lock nut and we're going to tighten it down. Because I'm kind of more of a get her done kind of person. I don't want it to look like a wreck, but we got to get some stuff done or I'm never going to get my lights on and they're just going to sit in a box. And I would rather use them myself. So we're going to get these mounted and on and usable. Okay, so now that's tight. So on the back there's a little place to stick the nuts in. I find it's easier, you stick it in here and then stick the nuts in from the back, and then you get your little Allen screw and get them started in. Then trying to put it in the back first, because by the time you do that you end up losing it. And the lights come with a little Allen wrench, so you don't even have to dig through your toolbox. Nice. Oh, you drop stuff all over the place, eh? Okay. So there we go. We've almost got front work lights on my Arctic Cat ATV. Almost. Not quite. Okay, the only thing I don't like is that they stick out farther than here if you hit a branch or something, but I'm hoping it'll just turn it if I really whack something good anyways. I'm gonna put the other one on and wire them up. So there you go. There is my first work light. I'm just hoping that I don't knock that sucker off, but I guess it'd be my own fault if I did. So I'll hook on the other side and then I'll start wiring it up. Okay, I got the lights mounted. And I'm going to hook the wiring up. I'm just going to hook it into my headlights, because then I don't have to run fuses or anything, because I'll just disconnect the bulbs and run it right into my headlights. I'm going to splice my work light wires into my headlights, so then the fuse for my headlights will still cover these lights shorting out or anything, so I don't have to hook up anything else except hook this into my headlights. And then probably, because I need something to plug that hole, I don't want that to fill up with dirt, I'm probably going to cut off the bulb just to make sure. Okay, so now it looks like that. So you've slid it through and wrapped it around. Now we're going to solder it, and then we're going to wrap it up with tape. Because here they put salt on the roads, and I'm not near the road very much, just for a few minutes as I clean the end of the laneway, but we want to make sure this I don't have to do this job again. Yeah, it's just starting to heat up. So if you look in there, you can see that it's starting to heat up. Having butane soldering iron is awesome. You can get into places, you don't have to hook up electrical power, and you can do a real good job on your repair. Because if you don't solder, I don't know, it's not really a great repair. Especially in my climate with the salt they put on the roads. It's just crazy, honestly. Salt gets in everywhere. It corrodes wiring. It does all kinds of bad stuff to your car and vehicles. But it melts ice quickly as long as the temperature's right. If it's too cold, salt doesn't work either. So there. Okay, so there you go. They're all soldered up. We're going to wrap this up with tape real nice and solid, and then we're going to go give this a try. So my garage is finally up to 16 degrees Celsius. It is absolutely freezing outside, and this morning I came out and started it. Started up the furnace, and it was really quite cold in here. You know what? This makes it really a lot more enjoyable to do some work in the garage. If it was like minus 20 out, I don't know what the temperature in here would be. It'd still be warmer though. This job would not be nice. I probably wouldn't be doing it. I'd be sitting near the fire, you know. Like, who wants to freeze off putting lights on a four-wheeler when you don't have heat? So there is a few little splurges and indulgences you really do need, because it's just nice to not freeze and have it enjoyable, and your job comes out better for sure. If you're freezing, you're not going to do a good job. So let's try this. Before I cut the bulb off, we're going to try. Let's check the lights. I'll turn on the switch. Whoa! I think this is going to be absolutely great plowing. Because number one, they're higher. It's not going to get blocked by the plow when I have it raised up or anything. And these things are really, really bright. I might have to adjust it a bit though. There. Just a hair out. There. It doesn't look so bad. I'm just going to have to be careful. Maybe I'll build chainsaw holders. So I'm not going to hit the cord or anything. Maybe I'll put chainsaw holders in there. I think this is going to be absolutely great plowing. Because number one, they're higher. It's not going to get blocked by the plow when I have it raised up or anything. And these things are really, really bright. I might have to adjust it a bit though. There. Just a hair out. There. It doesn't look so bad. I'm just going to have to be careful. Maybe I'll build chainsaw holders. So I'm not going to hit the cord or anything. Maybe I'll put chainsaw holders in there. So there you go. I got my Kubota LED work lights on my Arctic Cat. They're all wired up, all ready to go. There's a big pile of snow coming on Sunday, so I should be ready. And you guys have a good one.